everything you want in life is merely one relationship away. But in order to build those relationships, we first of all have to put ourselves in the same room as the people that we want to connect with. And so getting access to VIPs, getting VIP access is just an important thing in the art world. We all know that, but it seems to be very daunting and very hard. So in this video, I will explain you how you can get access if you're an upcoming artist, an emerging artist, or an emerging collector or whatever, for free, without doing any illegal stuff and without doing any crazy things, normal behavior, just taking a road that other people are not taking. My name is Dries Ketels, and let's just directly dive into the video. So, in order to get VIP access, there are kind of basically two roads that you can take. One road is a road that we are very familiar with, and that gets taught in schools, and that gets educated by our parents and by our friends and by our family members, and everybody is following that road. But if you look at the results of the people that are following that road, the results that they're getting, it's not really that positive. And the road is very simple. Work your ass off. 9 to 5s. In a weekend you do whatever, and you just work. You build those relationships out small, and then you go bigger and you go bigger and you go bigger, and you basically climb the ladder for 30 years. And then you might get invited to some of these places. Then you might get access to some of these places. But most of us don't really want to follow a 30-year road. Now, the second option is an option that many people have taken. Many of the people that we admire. Alex Benign did some research on this, and he saw that Bill Gates, how he sold his first product, how he sold his first software product. How Steven Spielberg became the youngest director in Hollywood, how, etc., etc. All these people achieved what they achieved. They took a different road. They took the second road. They took the road less taken. And so what is the second road when it comes to getting VIP access in the art world? I asked myself that question because I kind of felt that there was one, and I didn't know how to do it. So the second road, in essence, is very simple. But first, let's dive into the context of it all, so that we fully understand why this works, what the process is, so that we can not only get access in the art world, but that we can copy paste the process and get access in other places. Well, just keep on getting those things. So let's cover the process. So in the art world, it's a world of exclusivity. It's a world of who knows who. It's a world of exclusivity. That's why these VIP places are created in the first place. You know, it's a world of access. Who has access to the best paintings? Who has access to the best people? Who has access to the VIP chisels? It's all about access. It's a unique artwork by a unique painter for a unique person. For a very important person. And so it's all about that exclusivity, uniqueness, authenticity type of atmosphere. And these venues, they know that. These art fairs, they know that, and that's why they are creating all of these VIP things. But at the same time, they also need to have some kind of media coverage. So on the one hand, it's very exclusive. Nobody has access. Nobody really knows what's going on. But on the other hand, it's media. It's publishing those things in magazines and all of that stuff, and getting a wide, broad reach. And so that's kind of counterintuitive. And these people, these members of the media, they of course need to have access as well. They of course need to be treated very well. It's public relations. They need to be treated very well, and they therefore get access. Now that's a very interesting thing, because the media landscape in the arts, or in anything basically, has seen some drastic shifts in the last decades, in the last 2 decades. 50 years ago, it was very simple. It was owned by 3 white male dudes who had all the control. And the media outlets were also very simple. You had magazines, printed, you had radio, you had television, and you had perhaps mouth to mouth. That's not really media, but it's marketing, like those were the 3 pillars. And there was nothing more than that. That was it. And today, we have a completely different landscape. With the coming of social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of that stuff, everybody has access to it. Everybody can be a content creator. You have bloggers who have more views, who have more readers, who have more followers than some of the middle to smaller magazines. Blogs, people who just write on a weekly basis for the last 7 years, who have more followers and readers than some of the smaller or middle-sized magazines. That's insane. And so you have basically a diversification explosion where everybody has some kind of micro media company. And so it becomes very hard for those venues, for those art fairs in general, to scan what media outlets are good enough and which ones are not. Plus, they don't really they don't really want to put a lot of money and time and a lot of people on that, because it's not really that much important. The scanning section is not really that important. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to use that diversification explosion. You're going to use that new stream of media, whatever, to your advantage. So here's what you're going to do. You have to, if you want to get access, you have to present yourself as a member of the media, which you also are. If you have a Facebook page or Instagram page or YouTube channel or whatever, Instagram page of 2,000, 3,000 real people, real followers with some true fans in there, that's already enough to have some media power, to be somewhat of a micro influencer, as they call it. And so that's already enough. You present yourself as a member of the media. If you're an artist or a collector and you literally write a mail, hey, I'm very interested in your event. I was thinking about perhaps writing something about it, blah, 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 blah. Is it possible to get a press card? Now, most of the time, when you have some media power, some initial media power, and are somewhat of a micro influencer, most of the time these venues will actually give you a press card. They will actually give you a press card because they know they want media coverage. They know they want coverage in magazines, whatever, and they want to give you that opportunity, and they want to get that themselves. So most of the times they will give you that press card, and that press card is literally approximately the same as a VIP card. The difference between a press card and a VIP card oftentimes is even zero. Like on our Basel, there's going to be a difference, sure. But on other venues, oftentimes there is no difference whatsoever. And these smaller art fairs or middle-sized art fairs, they oftentimes don't really get that much media coverage. They're going to be happy if they have several magazine articles, that's it. They're going to be very happy with that. So one more in their heads, or one more whatever, that's a real result for them. And so presenting yourself as part of the media oftentimes just gets you access in a legal way without you paying anything. And then you're in the same room. And then the building a people portfolio in the arts starts. So that's a little trick, a little hack you can use. Taking that second door, the road not taken. The road less traveled by, and the road that's gonna make all the difference. If you want more of these art business tips and tricks and how to really push your career up, then you definitely have to subscribe. because we will be giving you information like this on a continuous basis for the next years to come. And for the rest, enjoy your day. Ciao. Ciao.